Hey everyone, I want to tell you about my third ayahuasca experience that I had last night. Oh my god. It was absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. You already, if you've watched the past two videos, know that I wasn't really having any like big time experiences or feelings, but last night was, oh my gosh, so I took like a medium cup, so like it was about that big, probably that big, and it was really hard to get down. Like the first night I had it, it tasted good, but ever since it's been like, so I took a medium cup, and then I haven't been really having colorful visuals, but I'm still having the visuals to the point where, for the first part of my ceremony last night, it was like, I'm seeing the outlines, shapes of, just whatever geometry is coming into my vision, to where it's like pitch black, but I'm seeing some type of outline, and what I felt last night with those visuals was I was definitely feeling like my head was being just like completely pulled, like my whole head was being pulled, like something was being pulled out of it, or just all this energy was circulating in my head. And I remember kind of feeling like it was circling a little bit on my head also. And then something else that I felt was, I felt like this, and kind of saw it too, like this bright orange entity was coming into my left side of my back, and it was like coming in, and then like kind of like I had like feelers coming out of it also, so that was really cool. I kind of felt like that was like ayahuasca coming into my body through another another means other than me drinking it, and yeah, I felt my body. I also felt like I wasn't in my body anymore. During this visual type of phase, I felt like I was just kind of not in a body and just this energy floating there, and that was really interesting. After the visual type of portion in that time, I started to feel just lots of different body sensations. I started purging, definitely purged a bunch, and let's see, I felt, lost my train of thought. I felt, it was definitely, okay, so I felt, I had Sumira come over to me first, as far as the, maestra. She came over to me first, and, oh, okay, yeah, here we go. I kept feeling like I had to, like, go to the bathroom, but I was, like, so woozy, and my body was so out of it that, of course, I needed help to get to the bathroom, and then when I was walking over to, after, Vlad came to help me get up, I was, like, shuffling over, so I was, like, and, a few of my friends were, like, said that they were laughing when they heard me walking, because it was just, like, a shuffling, and, got to the bathroom, and felt like I had to go poo, and nothing was coming out. Did that twice, within, like, probably 20 minutes, and then the second time I was brought back to my mat, as soon as I sat down, I felt really nauseous, and then, maybe, like, my body knew that Sumira was there, because I didn't know she was there when I sat down, but as soon as I sat down, she started singing her Icaros, and as soon as she started, I grabbed that bucket and was just, like, purging, and she was getting something out of me for sure, and it felt really good to just release and let that happen, And then, of course, she blew on my head the flower essence and put it on my hands and touched my face with it. And she could probably tell that she got something big out because it felt really good to release whatever that was. And then just feeling more body sensations, and then Jorge came over and he started saying his Icaros to me, and I started to feel like something was coming out of my head. Like, I just felt literally, like, I remember my head kind of going like this, and I remember feeling like something was literally being pulled out, like just this energy being pulled out of my head. And like at first, like, my head hurt some, and then it was coming out. And the craziest thing about that was that this morning when I came down to like the hangout area, one of the girls said that she saw it coming out of my head. She saw, first of all, she said Jorge lit up like a bright, vibrant green neon. Like, his whole being turned into a bright, vibrant, neon glowing essence. And then she said I also did. So she hadn't seen, she said that she was paying attention to people like getting the Icaros, and that was the only situation where she saw him light up, and then I lit up as well. And then she said that she noticed that my head was down like this, and she saw a hold on.
It's a longer way to get to the maestro's house. Goes kind of to the top one.
Hello. So she said that she saw this, whatever the neon green energy was that we were both emitting. She saw it coming out of my head, which is exactly what I felt. And then she saw it go under the ground and go over towards by her bed, because she was 2 beds over from me that way. And she said that she saw this green energy thing go onto the floor out of my head and then go over by her bed, and just like she felt like it was something that was trying to get in somewhere else, or just like not knowing where to go. And then she said that she remembered like praying like, oh, ayahuasca, keep me safe, keep me safe. And then it ended up like just going out the door or something. So that was crazy. Yeah, Jorge's Icaros were so powerful last night, and especially with me, because I just kept feeling like stuff was getting taken out of me. I was purging so much energy. I was purging out both ends, and then I really felt like I had to go to the bathroom at that point. And so I went to the restroom, skeeters, and I felt really, really like, oh, my stomach hurts. And then I went to go to the restroom, and I started to feel like just absolutely atrocious. I felt like everything was just, I felt this like overwhelming depression feeling. I felt this really sick and like, oh god, I remember feeling just like, oh, this is horrible. And then my body started to sweat, my whole body. I felt really hot, and I was wearing a long sleeve because it can get chilly when you're on the medicine. And I took the long sleeve, like just kind of lifted it up because I was sweating, and then I ended up feeling like, okay, this is gonna get a little graphic. I felt like I was basically trying to poop out a tennis ball. Now, it was just like, I felt like it's really circular, huge, hard mass trying to come out of me, and I know that that's not what my usual movements are like, so that was definitely something coming out that no longer needed to be inside of me, as far as energy-wise, or just emotionally. And so that ended up coming out, as well as I was puking at the same time. So just both ends were releasing, and I remember just trusting being okay with it, and because if you try to fight it, usually things kind of go a little haywire, so just accepting and releasing and thanking it for coming out. So as soon as I ended up puking and going the other way, after feeling so like just this energy of just like depression and sickness and I felt completely like I felt like I released this just huge weight and released so much out of me, and it was incredible. And I had talked to a girl that just left previously about what she had, because people have talked about like having like basically deaths, like ego deaths, or just death of completely releasing stuff that no longer serves you, that you've been fighting with or struggling with. And when she described it to me, that's what she was talking about, was you feel really depressed and all this energy just really negative in your body, and just you feel it really hard, and then you know that you're ready to release it, and that you just accept that I'm ready to get this out of me, and it happened. And that's what I feel like I had, like a death, as they say, and that was incredible. Oh wow, I felt so amazing after last night's ceremony. I was just, after releasing everything that I did and purging so much, I felt incredible. Ooh, this is a bee circling my head. And it was just, I will never ever forget that experience. That was, I feel completely different today. I feel like I released just so much of my past, and so much of what I'd been struggling with, and so much of just negative energy and blockages, and I really feel so different today. And afterwards I went back to my bed, as far as after that little situation, and I went back to the bed in the Maloka, and then I don't think I fell back asleep. I think I was just, I felt like, okay, I want to go back to my like room. So I went to, I still was feeling pretty woozy, so as far as my body was just like loopy and really wobbly, and so I got up and walked to my tambo, and then I just remember not being really tired yet. I'm not quite sure. I didn't look at my clock thing, so I don't know exactly what time it was at that point, but I know it was pretty early in the morning. So then I went back to my tambo and went into my hammock and just wanted to lay there and bask in how happy and amazing I felt after releasing all this stuff, and it was incredible. And I just laid in my hammock and watched the sky, and it was just, when I was walking back to my tambo also, I felt so connected to just my surroundings, and it was beautiful. And also something I forgot to mention during the the death type of experience that I felt like I was kind of thinking about all these past memories, and that was being released as well, or just I gave myself a new perspective on it. But man, that it was just, I felt just really good today, and just feel like I've just released a lot, and this medicine is so powerful. Jorge and Samira are so powerful. Their Icaros are so powerful. This is no joke. This is, oh my gosh. I'm so grateful, and I don't even have words to describe I just feel calm, and I feel a greater sense of peace and a greater sense of being okay with myself and releasing a lot. So I guess that's where I'll end, because I don't really know what else to say. being here at the temple in the rainforest. Ooh. So green, I love it. So I guess I will talk to you all later after my 4th ceremony, and coming to you here from the Amazon rainforest at the Temple of the Way of Light in the 1-month deep immersion program of March 2015. I send you all so much love, and I hope one day you get to come here.